Okay, government shutdown. Government shutdown. Government shutdown. Trump shut down the government. He shut it down. Didn't really care too much. Kind of still don't. Um, Now, there's a reason why. The reason why is because it's an exploitation to me. I'm exploiting something. I'm exploiting all of you. I'm exploiting people you don't know. I'm exploiting social media giants. That's what I'm doing. Trump shut the government down. He didn't get his wall. All right, cool. That means federal government agencies shut down. That means a lot of things don't get done. A lot of securities and whatnot don't happen. Okay. You don't hear too much talk about that. You really don't. It's mentioned. That's about it. It's mentioned by these social media giants. What did you hear? People were furloughed. I honestly didn't even look up that word. I wanted to, but I didn't look it up. But I'm like, obviously it must be a highfalutin word for the motherfuckers ain't got no damn job. They got a job, but they aren't working, so they ain't getting paid. Therefore, end don't meet. I heard about that a lot. I mean, a whole lot. They're not working. 2 weeks go by, they're talking about they still aren't working. These people are furloughed. They're angry. Social media giants, they're angry. Kyle Kalinske, Cenk Uygur, Ananika Kasparian, they're all talking about it. Farron Cousins, Mike Papantonio, these people are furloughed. They aren't working. They can't pay their bills. They have to go without. Yeah, that's cool. That's what I kept hearing. I hear it enough. Kept hearing it. Not really, and then I started getting annoyed. I'm like, why don't they shut the fuck up? I was upset. Then I was like, you know something? It hit me. These people that were furloughed, that was their one job. Then there was talk about they have to get another job. They have to do other things to make money. I'm like, oh, I get it now. They're all middle class people. That's all it is. They're middle class. Because that was their job, their one job. I'm like, okay, no biggie. See, I'm upset that people that had a job that was working can't work. They had a job, they were supporting their family, doing stuff, they can't. That's jacked up. That ticks me off. I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them. I'm mad at social media. I'm mad at people that are complaining that these government federal workers can't work. Why am I mad at them? Because these middle class people, they're not laid off, they just can't work. They can't work. They can't pay their bills and stuff. Here's my thing. I hope y'all got here. I hope you're where I am. Those that are listening. I am going to say this. This lets you know some integrity of the people you listen to. Why aren't these people this vocal about the lower class people? Why aren't they this vocal? Think about that. Lower class people, they got 2, 3, and 4 jobs. See, they're mentioned to say, oh, we haven't forgot about you. Now let's move on to more important things. See, that drives a narrative. And it makes me raise questions. Are the social media giants, these progressives, are they just more of the same? Because you've got Republicans that champion the upper class. You've got the progressives that champion the middle class. Who champions the lower class? Those that's working 2 jobs, 3 jobs. Those working a full-time job and 5 part-time jobs and doing stuff on the side. No time for their family. And then they're talked about as if they don't care about their family. You know, their family's mad. You're not here. What's the point of you? I'm done. Their family talks. Their family's sad. Oh, their child is growing up without seeing their mother or their father because they're always working, so that child can have a roof over their head, food in that child's stomach, you know, and a way to stay in school. And that child only knows one basic thing. The one I love, the one I look to for safety and guidance isn't around. See, no one's talking about that. No one's talking about forcing jobs back here. Not just so they can have more jobs to work at minimum and crap wages. They need to, I want someone to champion the lower class, to talk about them like I do. The lower class shouldn't even exist. And then you've got those who are homeless. That's just below the lower class, because the lower class is just losing their job and 2.5 weeks from being homeless. See, these middle class people lost their job and now everyone's all up in arms about it. You know, not literally, as metaphorically. They're upset. They're angry. And there are petitions going around about it. No one's championing the lower class. I don't know what I can do for them because I don't own a business. If I owned a business and I was making money, I wouldn't have profits, because my profits would go into either giving my employees the living wage, $25 an hour. And anything beyond that would go either back into my business, or I might help someone else get their business up and going if I can afford that. I would champion the lower class if I could, but I don't know how. I don't have an individual solution for it. What I do have for a solution is people need to literally, legitimately wake up and stop championing the average American, stop championing the middle class. Middle class is fine, yet threatened. The lower class is absolutely fucked up and ignored and only used to make progressives sound like they're actually progressive. You can have Medicare for all. You can have free college. You can do all that. But the lower class will still legitimately suffer greatly because they have nothing. They will be the ones that don't make, I mean, $15 an hour, you know who that's going to? The minimum wage that's going to? That is going to the lower class. But you know what? That $15 an hour ain't even really that. That's for federal stuff. That super low end, low budget, low wage federal stuff. That's, come on. No. And if you get federal $15 for everybody, let's say nationally, it's $15 an hour, that still ain't worth a damn. That's literally $2 to $3 on their net paycheck. That's it. The rest goes to taxes. That's what happens with $15 an hour. You're giving everyone $3 damn on their damn paycheck. That's nothing. That ain't even for the middle class. The middle class would be like, oh, that mitigates a little bit of my taxes at best. And that's annually for them. The lower class, they don't have anything. We don't have anything. And we need somebody that's for us. That's what we need. And I want a presidential candidate. I want a senator. I want a congressman. I want a statesman. I want someone that's going to champion the lower class. Give it to me. Give it to us. That should be on a silver platter. If there's a Green New Deal, if championing the lower class ain't a part of it, it ain't a new deal. It's just a weak piece of paper that's going to say you can have this in the next 10 to 20 years, but by the time 4 years is up, that mess is long forgotten, long gone. Nobody's going to change anything, and all they're going to do is get paid. What's my evidence? Progressives get in, they're sworn in. The first thing they do is cave on the Democratic pay-go. That's the first thing they did. Did they cave, or was it their plan? And then they're supposed to be against the federal pay-go. Heard nothing else about it. I wikied it. I've gone to Vox and other stuff. Heard nothing else about it. There's no progressives out there saying more for the lower class, because there's none championing the lower class. It's all middle class. And if they're going to champion the middle class, that means the lower class got nothing. And I guarantee you there's way more lower class and homeless than there is middle class, and far less upper class. Oh, the middle class is pissed with the upper class. Just imagine how the lower class must feel about the middle class. Remove classism and talk about, let's just make it up, wageism. Everything has an ism. Let's make it wageism, moneyism. It's not finance. It's just moneyism, financialism. It's an ism. That's what's needed. Let's champion the lower class. Can you help me out? If you think the lower class should be ignored, let me know in the comments section. If you think the lower class should be the absolute main priority and nothing less, let me know. How do you feel? Because middle class, you're all right. You might be living outside your means. Live in it and you'll be fine. Yes, the middle class is being attacked. So when you make sure the lower class is being if you raise the lower class and you boost them up to $25 an hour, nothing less, and there's no inflation on anything else, and they can still climb financially if that's what the company wants to do, and the middle class make the same thing, no different. You remove the lower class, you join it with the middle class, you force the jobs back over, you tax the fuck out the wealthy, you tax the fuck out the ones below them, which would be the rich. You tax them. You tax them. You get that money from them. You stop. There's a lot I could say about that. But work on the lower class. If you're out there, if you think the lower class is worthwhile, let me know in the comment section. Spread this around, because the lower class gets no love. None. None at all. And we need a presidential candidate that's going to be for the lower class, not the middle class. Damn sure not the upper class. And damn sure not the upper class. We need somebody for actual people. Not this fake crap. I'm in trouble. I can't make my $50,000 a year. I'm in trouble. It's hard. This $70,000, it's just not enough for my lifestyle. No, screw them. I made $44,000. I don't know what to do. Really? You don't know what to do? Why don't you move out of that damn $300,000 house? That's one thing you can do. Why don't you get rid of that $50,000 car? Why don't you do that? Why you stop trying to send your kids to the cheapest private school you can afford? You make public school better, you don't need a private school. Just saying. Just saying. This is comparative politics. It ain't who you vote for, it's why you vote for them. Thank you for listening.